The disappearance of the moon in a single second would be a catastrophic event, though perhaps not in the way Hollywood movies suggest. We wouldn't go spinning out into deep space, but the Earth's delicate biological and physical balance would be shattered. Here is the timeline of a moonless Earth. 1. The immediate gravitational snap. Gravity travels at the speed of light, c. Since the moon is approximately 1.3 light seconds away, we wouldn't realize it was gone for just over a second. Orbits. Once the gravitational tether snaps, Earth would experience a tiny shudder in its orbit. However, because the Earth is so much more massive than the moon, we wouldn't go flying away. Tides. The most immediate physical change would be in the oceans. The moon is responsible for about 2/3 of our tidal pull. The sun handles the rest. The massive bulge of water currently held up by the moon would suddenly collapse and flatten out. 2. The Great Coastal Chaos. Without the moon's pull, the oceans would seek a new equilibrium. Global tsunamis. The collapsing tidal bulge would send a series of massive waves racing toward the coast. While not necessarily interstellar-sized waves, the redistribution of such a vast amount of water would cause unprecedented flooding and unpredictable currents for weeks. Weak tides. Eventually, tides would still exist because of the sun, but they would be significantly weaker and much less predictable, occurring only based on the solar cycle. 3. The biological midnight. For billions of years, life has evolved to rely on the moon's light and rhythm. The night. Without the moon, the night sky would be much darker. Stars would appear brilliant, but nocturnal predators like owls or lions that rely on moonlight to hunt would face a massive disadvantage, potentially leading to species collapse. Marine life. Many marine species, particularly those in coral reefs, synchronize their spawning with lunar cycles. Without the moon, these reproductive triggers would vanish, likely leading to the extinction of various reef systems. 4. The long-term wobble. The real danger. This is the most terrifying consequence. The moon acts as a gravitational stabilizer for Earth's axial tilt, the stabilizer. Currently, Earth is tilted at about 23.5 degrees. The moon prevents this tilt from fluctuating wildly. Chaotic seasons. Without the moon, Earth's tilt would begin to wobble over thousands of years, potentially shifting anywhere from 0 degrees to 85 degrees. Climate apocalypse. A 0-degree tilt would mean no seasons at all. An 85-degree tilt would mean the Earth would lay on its side, with poles pointing directly at the sun for months. This would create uninhabitable temperature extremes, swinging the planet between ice ages and scorching heat waves. 5. The dark sky paradox. Oddly, our nights would be safer from asteroids. The moon currently acts as a shield, soaking up thousands of impacts, which is why it is covered in craters. Without it, the Earth might see a slight increase in meteor strikes, though our atmosphere would still do most of the heavy lifting. The day the moon disappeared. Part 2. Axial chaos and the evolutionary dead end. While Part 1 addressed the immediate physical effects, tidal collapse and sudden darkness, Part 2 explores the long-term fate of Earth. Without its gravitational anchor, our planet would transform into an unstable spinning top, leading to a climatic and biological finale. 1. Gyroscopic collapse. Earth goes out of control. The moon is not just a light in the sky, it is the stabilizer for Earth's axial rotation. Currently, Earth's axial tilt is approximately 23.5 degrees, which provides us with predictable seasons. The spinning top effect. Without the moon, the gravitational influence of the Sun and Jupiter would begin to tug at Earth's tilt. The axis would become chaotic, potentially swinging anywhere from 0 degrees to 85 degrees. Extreme seasons. If the axis tilted to 0 degrees, seasons would vanish entirely. The equator would be a permanent furnace, while the poles would remain in an eternal deep freeze. If the axis laid on its side, similar to Uranus, one pole would face the Sun directly for 6 months. This would create temperature swings so extreme that entire continents would become uninhabitable. 2. Biological disorientation, the end of navigation. Millions of species use the moon as a compass or a biological trigger. Migration. Birds, insects, and sea turtles rely on moonlight and tidal cycles for navigation. The disappearance of the moon would scramble their internal maps, leading to a mass die-off of migratory species. Reproductive stall. Many marine organisms, such as coral polyps, synchronize their spawning with lunar phases. Without this signal, reproduction would cease, causing a total collapse of oceanic ecosystems. Food chains. Nocturnal predators would lose their hunting advantage, while their prey would lose their orientation. This would trigger a cascading effect that impacts even those species that never see the moon. 3. Time acceleration. Shorter days. The moon gradually slows Earth's rotation through tidal friction. Long ago, a day on Earth lasted only 6 hours. The end of braking. Without the moon, the braking process almost stops. While we wouldn't instantly return to a 6-hour day, the stability of the 24-hour cycle would be compromised. Super winds. Faster rotation, even by fractions of a second, combined with climatic chaos, would create atmospheric currents of incredible power. Wind speeds on the surface could increase significantly, turning ordinary storms into permanent hyper-hurricanes. 4. Vulnerability to space. Losing the shield. The moon is our cosmic body armor. Its surface is covered in craters for a reason. It has absorbed thousands of asteroid impacts intended for Earth. Clear skies, dangerous skies. Without the moon, the probability of Earth colliding with large meteorites increases. The moon acted as a gravitational vacuum cleaner, clearing our orbital path. Now, every rock passing by has a much higher chance of meeting our atmosphere. 5. Geopolitics of darkness. Economic collapse. Humanity would suffer not only from the climate, but from the destruction of infrastructure. Energy. Tidal power plants would become useless overnight. Logistics. Global shipping is heavily dependent on tidal schedules. Without deep tidal cycles, ports around the world would struggle to accommodate large vessels, devastating global trade.